Good morning. I'm gonna have some coffee, but it's hilarious because I'm going to show you what I'm dealing with now when it comes to the coffee machines and so forth in my house. I'm so sorry, I'm still congested. I have a call into the doctor's office right now to talk about that. And they're gonna call me back because I need to know why I'm still congested. It's been 3.5 weeks and I'm supposed to get the first of my 2 shingles shots in a couple days, and I don't know if I can, still feeling like this. So there's that. Anyway, my coffee situation. We've had a Keurig machine forever and ever and ever, and we always get the Starbucks coffee K-cup pod things for that. And I have then, since that, I've gotten the, let me turn you around. Can I do that? And then I wanted espresso and to make little lattes and stuff, so I got my little Nespresso deal with my frother, thing. So then I had that so I could use, do like a latte and stuff like that. So then I wanted, I love the taste of the Nespresso, and I wanted very strong, like coffee that I would get, black coffee in Italy and France, the trips that I've taken. I absolutely love that. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be a way. So then I found this machine, this Nespresso, which does everything. It does espresso all the way up to like 16 ounces of strong, intense coffee, which is fantastic. So now we have the Keurig and that, and the thing over there, and it's crazy tacos. But anyway, I am going to be making my favorite in this, which happens to be the Intenso. And then when I want a big giant bunch of it, I will do the Alto, which is just a bigger thing. But the cool thing is, you can get all the different flavors and stuff you want, caffeinated and whatever. And the machine knows which one you're getting. You pop it in and that barcode, it reads it. It's the coolest thing ever. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go with an Intenso. The old one goes plopping back into the back. I need to empty that. And it just reads the barcode and it knows how much water and what it's going to be and all that stuff. It's the coolest, I love it. So there's that. And then the water reservoir, my husband is a genius. I absolutely love him to pieces. He always invents things to make stuff easier around here. I'll show you what he did for this thing in a second here. So Jim always uses that. I always either use this or the other little guy, depending on what I'm doing in the morning. So now we have 3 coffee makers, basically. So see, I get this much of this beautiful, rich coffee with the crema on top. Oh my gosh, so good. Yeah. And that's just black coffee. That's the creaminess from it. So I'm super happy about that. Yeah, so now I have all sorts of choices of coffee in the morning. Whatever, right? Sorry about the mess behind me. See the leftover Halloween candy. Isn't that cute? It's this bowl. This is Witch's Brew. Some candy there. Pretty cool. Okay, so here's the coolest thing. I think I've shown this before, but I love it. It's like the best thing that my husband ever did for me. Is years and years ago, there'd always be the last of the water in the Keurig. It's like, oh, someone has to fill up the water. No big deal, but it's always that thing. Who needs to fill up the water? Who did it last? It's just sort of a joke, sort of a thing. So anyway, he then devised it to fill itself. So let me show you. Okay, so what he did is he ran a hose and put it into, like, devised a way to get it into. He drilled a hole in the water reservoir thing here. And he ran a hose down to the basement to the filtered water supply. And it has like a float here in it, in the top, so that it doesn't, so it knows when to fill itself up automatically. Isn't that amazing? So it just constantly fills itself with water, which is just beyond wonderful. Now this one, we couldn't really do the same thing because this doesn't really accommodate the float thing, so it can't fill itself on its own. So what he did was he ran the water across here, and we have this little hose that I just grabbed from here. Just pop the lid off of this. And I hold the hose there, and I just turn that on, and it fills it. Yeah. See if I can do it one-handed without spraying water all over the kitchen. Usually I have two hands for this, but see? Isn't that amazing? I love it. So I don't even have to take that off. It just pops right back up there. There's a hook. So I can just fill that up whenever I want to. So having a handy guy around the house is the most amazing thing in the world. Except they always want to do everything themselves and never hire anybody to do it. And then it takes longer, but it's still okay, unless they're on the roof. That's never okay. We have a dead tree we have to remove. One thing about having a lot of trees, these are the things you gotta do, because if that goes down on its own, it takes out the neighbor's apple tree, and we don't want that to happen. So yeah. Yeah, I'm creeping out the window at these guys, watching them take the tree down. That's not weird at all, is it? It's just kind of interesting. So while I'm waiting for something exciting to happen, the noise you hear is a tree mulcher upper, you know? They take the big limbs and they stick it in this machine thing and it grinds it up to mulch or whatever. So that's what that big sound is. Looks like stuff's gonna start happening, but in the meantime, I called my doctor's office. They did call me back, and I have to go in today to be seen and have my chest listened to and so forth, so they know if I'm healthy enough to do the shingles thing on Thursday or if I need antibiotics or whatever. So that's happening today at 3. Yay. am headed to that doctor's appointment I told you about so we can see if I can have my shingles shot in a couple days, and maybe I need antibiotics, I don't even know. So we're gonna find that out, and then I have to run to Target because we need some items at the grocery store, and then home. So that's the plan, let's go. Okay, here's a little weird fact, especially in the fall and winter when I can get away with it. When I go to the doctor's office, I always wear gloves, and I wear them until I've finished signing whatever I have to sign. Because seriously, who wants to grab that pen that they hand you to sign something? You know, it's like, oh my God, everybody that's in here is sick. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not really a germaphobe, I wouldn't say. I'm very aware of germs. And mostly because when I get sick for like 4 weeks. I mean, case in point. But in general, though, I'd say on the scale of 1 to 10, 5 being your average germaphobe, you know, germ consciousness person, I'm probably a 7. Yeah. Are you guys like that too? Or are you just like, hey, whatever? Let's go. Got my IENA with me today. I used it when I was with my parents the last few days and love it. It's just so simple to use for everything. I love this bag. Perfect. Well, that was interesting. I found out that I am clear. I don't have any, you know, my lungs are clear and so forth. So most likely it's sort of an allergy to something, which is really weird because, you know, why would that happen right then? I've had allergies my whole life and all of a sudden I'm having a different one. That's weird. So anyway, there's that. But I was deemed healthy enough to get my shingles shot. And since I was already there and they already had it with my name on it, because they have to order them individually for people. So I went ahead and already got my first shingles shot. So I'm expected to possibly have a couple days of very sore arm, possibly aching everywhere. You know, maybe just feeling awful. My sister reacted that way. So we'll see. So anyway, I'm running to the grocery store really fast to get a few things so that I know that we're all set for a few days in case I am feeling awful. And that's the plan. So yeah, let's head to the grocery store. I'm finished with that and have my first shot. Not doing this unless I can have my pumpkin spice latte. 1 pump only, but still. Okay, with the time change, it looks like it's the middle of the night. However, it's only not even quite 6 o'clock yet in the evening. Yeah, I know that my family have just gone on along and done whatever they've already done for dinner because they knew I really wouldn't be there to make anything. So hopefully they're not, you know, incompetent and starving. Usually they can find something to eat. So there's that. And I'm just going to go home and unload groceries. And that's about it, really. So this has been extremely uneventful and very, very boring. But there you have that. And most days of mine many times are. So far I have not reacted badly to the shingles shot. So that's always good. And hopefully it won't hit me at all. I'm just going to try to breeze right through this one, okay? So unless you hear otherwise, I'm okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.